I watched this really good podcast on Navarro with Roger Hallam. I recommend anyone who's interested to listen to it because it will give you proper takeaways that you can action if you want to make change politically. A lot of the time, people who watch people like me want to be able to do something, but they don't know what. And what Roger argues is that there's a lot you can do on a local level that can have massive ripple effects. And he was talking about how the mistake that some people make in political organising is that they treat organising politically as persuasion.
For the first 2 years, I had this traditional 19th century idea, which is common on the left and the right, that you go with a proposition, people cognitively and rationally assess it, and then they decide to act. And it's rubbish.
Hallam argues that at the start, when you try and get someone involved in your politics that might be from a different background or a different way of thinking than you, is that you shouldn't focus on getting them to agree with you or for you to agree with them. But instead, the emphasis should be on you listening to them. By just listening to what they say, whether you agree with it or not, helps build a trust between you and them and a connection. From there, you can find a common problem you can work on together, such as doing something about slum landlords in your area, fixing broken things in your community, helping homelessness, food banks, this kind of stuff. A lot of people point out the Workers' Party of Belgium right now, because they're seeing growing success by using a very grassroots, materially focused organising strategy. Rather than building politics around national culture wars or moral posturing, they organise locally. Neighbourhood meetings, workplace organising, community clinics, legal support, a visible real-life presence in people's everyday life. And they work on shared problems: rent, wages, energy bills, healthcare, working together locally to improve their own communities. The strength in Zoran speaking so much about New York and New Yorkers as an identity group, the reason why he speaks about specific New York roads and restaurants and things that New Yorkers get and they find funny and relatable, is that he builds a trust and a connected identity with all New Yorkers. They feel close to him because he just gets things that affect their lives. So someone who might have very different worldviews to him, they can say, look, we might not agree on everything, but I really believe he will help me with this issue that is important to me because he gets it.
And I would say, throughout the primary, this quote from Ed Koch: if you agree with me on 9 out of 12 issues, vote for me. 12 out of 12, see a psychiatrist.
Right.
And
so look, I sit on YouTube and I yap about politics all day. But you as a viewer, you have more ability to change minds within your community than I could ever imagine. You can attend your local groups. You can build up local networks. You can make sports teams. You could start art groups, street cleanup teams. You can do that, right? You could start with a Discord group, get people talking about shit that they care about, and eventually you might meet in real life, and then you might start doing something in your community. You don't need a massive YouTube channel. You don't need to be charismatic. You just need to be persistent and organize people around you.